my dear. Welcome to our talk on Jupiter in Aries. This is Marvin. He's a little Dalmatian Jasper. And I have, Dalmatian Jasper. This I started to purchase to help me heal with my Dalmatian skin and learn to love it and just accept myself as I am. Because how cute. How cute. So today we're going to be talking about Jupiter's transit back into Aries. So I have a few dates written down. So if you want to grab a notebook and jot some of these down, I find these are some, I have some past dates and as well as some future dates. So this is a really great 101 type of a look at how some of the outer planets, we can kind of just look at math and patterns and see, what has been happening in the past and what's happening now. So Jupiter has, I only wrote down the dates for the 2022 transit, but it has a 12-year cycle, I want to say. So whatever was happening in the fall of 2010 and going into now January of 2011, that was the last time that Jupiter was at the same place in the zodiac that it is right now. So in the same place in the sky that it is right now for you. So a little bit of past history is to check back and see what was the theme of that time. The fall, winter of 2010 going into the early parts of 2011. What was happening in your life at that time? So that's the first kind of little historical thing to go back into. And then actually, I'll leave that there. Jupiter, Aries, what are we talking about? So the planet Jupiter is our lucky planet. It's our gregarious, big, rambunctious, expansive. It's a huge freaking planet. So it's got a lot happening. It's going to expand everything that it touches. Luck be a lady tonight. It's kind of what you focus on. What you tell Jupiter to focus on, it's going to expand. It's going to be big. It's going to be exciting. Anyone who has prominent Jupiter or prominent, Jupiter is run by Sag, or yes, Jupiter is run by Sag. So if you think of a Sagittarius, we're in Sag season. So that's definitely the vibe of Jupiter. You can do anything you fucking put your mind to. Anything. And, Sagittarius is the archer. It's the centaur. And so they need a big, think of the archer, the bow and arrow, shoot for the fucking stars. It's going to land somewhere up there. But sometimes, Jupiter can need, or Sag or the centaur, the archer in general, needs a big goal, but something far off in the distance to focus on. It needs a big old 20-year goal or lifetime goal to say, that's what I want. That's it. So Jupiter has dipped into Aries already this year. So on the 10th of May, 2022, Jupiter went into Aries. On the 28th of July, 2022, Jupiter went retrograde in Aries energy. And on the 28th of October, Jupiter dipped back into Pisces energy. So what do we know about Pisces energy? Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. I call them the baby ancients. They have all of this feeling, all of this knowing, but sometimes humaning can just be what do you do with all of this feeling? There are oceans of people. And so Jupiter expanding oceans. Have you been crying a lot lately? I've cried probably 3 times today alone. I think it's noon, maybe-ish. I don't even think it's noon. No, it's before noon. So there's I also drove around to the back shore today and it's been raining. The waves were crashing. It was wild and expansive and incredible, absolutely incredible. I think that on a global scale during this time, I know that there's been lots of flooding in Australia. The astrologer Pam Gregory talks about that, and she speaks so eloquently on all of these topics, and I couldn't speak more highly of that astrologer, an incredible wealth of knowledge and a blessing to this planet right now, Pam Gregory. So she definitely will reference some of the humanitarian things and on a global scale that these massive transits are affecting. I again, don't have a TV and don't stay as up to date on the comings and goings of like the intricacies of human life and stuff like that. But so the astrologers, and when we're looking at a more global scale and a more earth-based scale, I'll take a look at that. That's a story for another day as to the whys of that. But what was I saying? Jupiter. So Jupiter has been in Pisces since the 28th of October. Jupiter went direct on the 23rd of November, and on the 20th of December, next week, Jupiter will go back into Aries and will stay direct in Aries until the 16th of May, 2023, where it's going to go into Taurus. Much different energy. So let's unpack this. Jupiter going into Aries is going to expand anything. And Aries, that's my sun sign, is, we are the infants of the zodiac. If the Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, and that's the baby ancients, and then we go into the Aries, the ram, the true infants of the zodiac. We are baby and daddy rolled into one. We just do not have an understanding of we're the main characters. We're the main characters. And so for Jupiter going into Aries, it's like, what do you want to have a fresh start on? What do you want to have like a fresh, yes, I can do this. I can have this happen. I believe in myself. Where do you need a spark plug? Because that's what Jupiter is going to expand in Aries. Also, check where this is happening in your own chart. Check where this is actually going to really affect you and where vibrationally and energetically this is really going to hit hard. Because even if you want to direct this massive tankard and say go towards my love life, Jupiter, but if Jupiter is actually in, maybe, Aries is in your 10th house cusp, which is your midhaven, which is your career and, legacy and highest aspirations. Although we're going to want to say, make this about my relationship, give me a love partner, but Jupiter's going to be actually, I need you to be a boss. I need you to boss up. And we got to give you that title because you don't want to meet a basic bitch, basic being down here. You're going to want to meet a top tier entrepreneur up here at the level that you're working towards. So check where this is falling in your chart first before you really start doing any wild manifestations and stuff like that. We're going to be having the solstice next week. We're going to have so many transits next week. I got my handy dandy notebook over here. So today is Saturday the 17th. Next week, we are going to have Jupiter going to Aries on the 20th. Then we're having the solstice on the 21st when the sun goes into Capricorn. And then we're going to be having a new moon on the 23rd at the 1st degree of Capricorn. And Chiron is going to be going direct in Aries. So we have so much cardinal energy right now, so many fresh starts, so many you're ready to jump out of the airplane. You're ready to skydive. You're ready to go bungee jumping. You're ready to get your first tattoo. You're ready to travel. Buy the ticket. Take the ride. You're ready to, start that business. You're ready to do the thing. Do the motherfucking thing. You're ready. You're ready. I wrote this down. Okay, so, what were we saying? I never give up. That is the Aries way. I will never give up. I will keep swan diving into concrete until I knock all of my teeth and nose and face off, just so I can show you that's not how to swan dive into concrete. Don't do that. Don't do that. So I'll give us a little personal spin because I pretty much am. Okay, so my sun sign is in Aries. My natal Jupiter is also in Aries. So my natal sun is at 2 degrees of Aries, came out swinging. And my natal Jupiter is at 5 degrees of Aries. So I have a conjunction between my natal sun and my natal Jupiter, which they make basically a super planet. So if you've ever met me or if you've appreciated my content, I literally am pie in the sky. I am gregariousness as a human being. I am expansion. I am believe in you, shoot your shot. You can have anything that you want. That is me as a person. So what's about to happen is I'm about to have my Jupiter return, which is pretty freaking cool. And it's conjunct my natal sun. So and this is happening in my 5th house of play and childlike spirits and creative expression and romance. I'm ready. I'm ready. I just want to have a party and celebrate the awakening. I want everyone to enjoy and celebrate being the best version of a person that they can be and have fun and just like ready to open my wellness-centered studios and just, live my best life and share it with everyone. I don't want any of these things if I can't just have a space to provide it for you. To be, here you go. Here's an infinity symbol of hematite. Here you go. So, what questions do you have for me? Where is this falling in your chart? What house is run by Aries? Do you know what that language is? Please reach out directly if you do not. There are many free resources to download a free birth chart and kind of have an understanding of that. I also, on my YouTube page, which there is a link in my biography, I have the birth chart reading for the United States, and you can check and watch that video and kind of do a little bit of an investigative research and say like, oh, I see that this is where Aries is in the chart for the US, so this is where Jupiter is going to be, and kind of have a little bit of a, go on a little adventure. These are the breadcrumbs that I've given you, and you're on your quest, little one. I believe in you. I love you so much, and I'm here for anything that you need. Next week, we have so many things that are happening. I'm hosting at my house a solstice celebration, so I'll definitely make sure to do something maybe in the morning or on the new moon or something. I'll do a live and pull some cards, but I think next week I'm going to definitely deep dive into my Lemurian past life. I think that one's going to be kind of fun and a little multidimensional. I definitely connect with that version of myself on a regular basis on the here and now. And going into the solstices and the equinoxes, I really always feel extremely connected to my Lemurian self. So that's somewhat of a blessing. So please let me know what questions that you have for me. What sign is your Jupiter in? Where is Aries in your chart? And here for anything. Enjoy the ride.